Hello. Hello, world. Hello. How are we? Are we on? I think we're on. 6:30, 6:29. I think I was a little bit early. If you're not early, you're late. And if you're on time, you're late. How are we, folks? Let me know if I'm actually on. I can see everyone's having a good old chat in the old chat window there, so that's good. Freddie and Dean and everyone. Phil, Robin, hello, hello. Let me know if you can actually see and hear me. I think it's working. I think it's working. I don't know. Here we go, says Robin. That sounds promising. What do we got? Let me know if you can all hear me and see me and all that sort of stuff. You may not want to see me, but you're stuck with me, so too bad. All right, folks. What do we got? Can see you. Hopefully you can hear me as well. Let me know if you can hear me. You can hear me? Yeah. Oliver family, g'day, g'day. How you going? Good to see you here. Landy Smurf, how are you, mate? Trev Kelly, g'day, mate. How are you? Oh, Ross, hello. Oh, geez, we're all on tonight. Holy moly. Great to have you all here. This is really exciting. Where's the Santa head? The Santa head's just over there. I thought about putting the Santa head on, but I think Santa's done for the year. Anyway, g'day Annie, Terry G, Teresa Badry. Hello, hello. Yeah, it certainly does look familiar, doesn't it? The old stubby cooler. We'll get into that very, very shortly. Glad you can make it. And welcome to the wonderful world of YouTube chat. I'm seeing, just before we came live, I saw a couple of retracted messages there. I wasn't deleting anything. I don't know if there's a setting in YouTube. You might be typing an Aussie slang word and it's getting your message retracted. So apologies for that. I have no control over that. Yeah, anyway, hello everybody. I'm a little nervous. Tonight. It's very exciting news. Kate, g'day Kate. How are you? Great to see you here. Troy Berg, hello. Yes, I'm a little nervous tonight, I got to admit. And we got a huge announcement tonight, obviously, and big shoes to fill, so to speak. And there's a whole group of us, and I'll get into this very, very shortly. All the details and what's going to happen and all that sort of stuff. But I'll let it kick off for a few minutes here, get everybody in before I get too into it. I got a list of things here. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and gave everyone their moment in the clip here tonight, so everyone knows what's going on. I actually went back and looked at some of Buck's launch videos about 2 years ago now, when he sort of announced the big camp out, and I thought, okay, what did he go through? What did he make sure he said and didn't say and all that sort of stuff, and made sure everyone was on the right page. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, folks. So it's going to be a little detailed tonight, but obviously the more detail we give you, hopefully the less questions you guys have and the less doubt you might have about certain things. Anyway, I need to get into it. I went out today and I went and bought some beers because I was out, and I thought, bugger it, I'm going to try something new. And I've got Mountain Goat beer. Hang on, there you go. Mountain Goat Aussie wheat beer. Now, I presume it's a pale ale. I don't know. I've never had it. Mountain Goat beer. Canned but not tamed. Apparently they're that. Canned but not tamed. Just like me. And it's going to go in this very, very fancy stubby cooler. I'll give you a quick look at that. Kumbara Valley. We'll get into that a little bit later. Anyway, that'll pop in there. Let's give it a go. Let's see if it's any good. What else we got going on here? Troy, Susie. G'day, Susie. Crack that goat. Yeah. Is that the saying? Is that what they say? You know what? Not bad. It's light. It's a very light beer. I reckon you could probably down 4 of them and still be all right. Probably not all right to drive, but you wouldn't be falling over yourself like some beers. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's almost refreshing. Yeah, very good. Mountain Goat. Never heard of them before. Don't know where they're from. Probably bloody overseas or some rubbish. Yeah, don't know. I can't read. Where's the thing? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Mountain Goat. Not bad. And kept cool in the old Gumbara Valley campground stubby cooler. Righto, don't spill it. Yeah, Trev, mate, I've been very conscious about that. Every video I've done since then, I've been so conscious about this keyboard and destroying it. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, Saw Adventures cover the keyboard. Lukey Reed's on. Hello, mate. I don't know whether you and Buck and everyone's all bloody caught up with each other and carrying on. I don't know where everybody is at the moment, but as long as everyone's having a good time. Landy, g'day, mate. We hit the Dargo on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, nice. The Dargo Hotel. I'd love to get out that way. What's the goat beer taste like? Yeah, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it had a taste, really. It's really light. Like, really, you could probably neck that and you wouldn't throw your guts up. Not bad. Who else we got going on here? Jacqueline Dixon. G'day, Jacqueline. Yeah, I got your message the other night about the Dolphins. Yeah, we went down again, unfortunately, which was a bit sad. What else we got? Terry G saying hi to Newy Joe. Newy Joe, g'day, mate. Lukey Alexander, how are you, mate? Last time we met, we were on last time you were here, you were on the Ferris wheel in Brizzy. Are you out and about again tonight, mate, or are you just at home? Dino Connor, g'day, mate. G'day all. Not here long. Cooking flathead and chips for me and the young bloke. That sounds all right, mate. I wouldn't mind some of that. You know, flathead and chips, that'd go all right. I thought about going out to Wynnum, but and getting some fish and chips, but bit of a hike from my joint. The Pelican's Nest at Wynnum. If you're ever out that way, the Pelican's Nest, best bloody fish and chip shop you'll ever find. Susie, is it a fruity type one? Yeah, I suppose it is. I suppose it is a little fruity, but nice. Yeah, I'd buy them again. Yeah, they go all right. Go the Bunnies. Oh, are they playing tonight? Are they? What's the score, Annie? Who are they playing? I'm at home tonight, but renovating the kitchen. Oh, hooly dooly, mate. Well, hopefully I've got some good news for you while you're smashing out walls and ripping out cupboards, mate. So we've got some exciting news coming up. The Cowboys have fallen off the planey. Did they lose again? Did they? I know the Titans should have won last night over the Broncos, but that didn't happen. Did Blue Rag Eagle? Oh wow, you're right up in the high country. Yeah, nice, Landy Smurf. Nice work, mate. Righto, Anthony Wicks. Anthony Wicks is on somewhere. There he is. He's saying g'day to Terry. G'day, Anthony, mate. I was hoping you'd be on tonight. I'd love to have you come up to the camp out again, mate. That rig of yours is unreal, and so's your car. Mate, we'd love to see you again. Good night for a coldie. It certainly is. Murdy, g'day, mate. Great to see you could make it, mate. I hope you had a good day, and hope you're well. Greg Campbell, g'day, mate. Phil's there. Trev, right? Okay, I won't harp on too long. We've already been going for nearly 10 minutes. Right, so welcome everyone. This is the launch, the announcement of the camp out. So you all would have, well, most of you probably went to Bucks, I presume. Those of you who didn't go, there was a massive charity event run by MrBuckaroonie and co. For the charity up there. So it was the Harvey Bay Animal Rescue charity up there, and basically the idea was to hold a big get together with all you folk there in chat, as one of which was I at the time. All meet up, go up to Harvey Bay, spend 3-4 days up there, raise some money for your animal shelters, have a great time. Everyone meets everyone and all that sort of stuff. And you know what? It was an absolute smash. It was such a hit with everybody. I think they ended up with somewhere about 200 to 250 people just absolutely killing it the whole week. There wasn't a dead set diddly donk in any of them. There's a couple of diddly donks, but no real diddly donks, if you know what I mean. Just an awesome amount of fantastic people. Great vibe all week. Everyone was there for the right reasons, and it's just a great accolade, I suppose, for the community that I guess is essentially based around Buck and his channel and the way he's grown and you know he's inspired others to make YouTube channels and all the rest of it. It was absolutely fantastic. Most of you were probably there. I won't harp on about it too much. Roz and Buck, mate, well done. He absolutely smashed it. And everybody else who helped out. Terry, I know, was very integral in helping that out. And Gidgy as well. Gidgy Gorilla, obviously massive help in that to get it all up and running. Fantastic event, all the rest of it. And so I think it was the third night or something like that. Old Buck turned around and he goes, right, I don't want to do this again. I want someone else to take control. So he handed the baton over, so to speak, to a few of us. And I'll go through with each of us shortly. It's not just me, folks. There's a number of us involved in this. I don't want anyone to think it's all me or whatever. That's not the case at all. And it's not about me or anything like that. So we'll go through who's involved. So let's have a look at our little list here. We've got this diddly donk. We've got the Wanderer Oz. He's involved. Check him out. He's not a bad bloke, this guy, and pretty easy on the eye. I think you'd agree. The Wanderer Oz, he's involved. We've got Steve, Annie, and Winnie. So we've got a 4 paws involved here. Saw Adventures, which have just recently renamed themselves to, and they're heavily involved as well. So this is our core little group of workers who are going to put this together, Steve, Annie, and Winnie. We've also got Rob from Australian Camping and 4-Wheel Drives. I hope you can see all this. There you go. Look at that. My printer had a heart attack printing all these out in colour, but anyway, it's worth it. And what else have we got here? We got Phil. Phil's Camping and Touring. Mr. 12-volt himself, I call Phil. If there's a 12-volt question you've got, he's the man you want to ask. Old Phil from Phil's Camping and Touring. Absolute legend of a bloke. But there's 2 people yet to be mentioned in this list. And they don't have a YouTube channel. I wouldn't be surprised if they start one, and I certainly wouldn't be against it. I think there'd be some fantastic content coming out of those folks. So I have printed off something for them, and we all know them in our little group as the legends, both of them, Terry and Robin, the legends. There you go, absolute dead set legends. These two, Terry and Robin. Get yourself a YouTube channel. Get into it. Why not? So I want to pay homage to these folks. So we're just going to quickly bear with me a moment. And obviously we've got the Wanderer up here with the board. Make sure you get a board, folks. Made by Terry himself, one of the legends. Pairing of the legends. So we're just going to pop these folks up here. Check them all out. Phil's Camping and Touring. Australian Camping and Four-Wheel Drives. Oh, had this all planned out. I thought this would go absolutely seamlessly, and I'm all over the shop. Yeah, righto. So we got Steve, Annie, and Winnie. And this absolute diddly donk. Well, that's me. I don't really need that. Check them out, folks. They've all got YouTube channels. You're probably already subscribed to all of them. If you haven't already, check them out. They're all part of this adventure, this whole camp out event. We're kind of organising it, running it, all the rest of it. So we're all going to have all the information for you. Some of you probably follow some and not others or whatever. Get on board with all of us, folks. We'd love to have you all part of our channels and, moving forward towards a charity event. Right. Now that that's out of the way, key items. How are we going in the chat here? Anything I need to bloody chase up on you folks about? Everyone behaving themselves? What do we got? We'll make a short video with a few of the videos of the photos of the voiceover. Landy Smurf, hang on. What? Landy, you got one? Yeah, mate, nice. Would be awesome to see Robin and Terry do a cook up at the event. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't peak too early, folks. Don't peak too early. The whole community is amazing. Yeah, it certainly is. Saw Adventures there, spot on. Get Luke Alexander to do a cook up at the event. Ah, Luke, I didn't know this. You can cook, mate. I didn't know that. Yeah, right. Okay. Did you say that there is going to be free beer? Ed's four-wheel driving camping. More on that. Don't go anywhere. You're all peeking too early. Have you been reading my notes? Can you see these things? What's going on here? Oh, dear. Okay, anyway, moving on. I'm getting distracted already. Holy moly. How long are we going? 12 minutes. I don't want to keep you here all night, folks. I'd love to, but I won't. So Bucks Camp was fantastic. That's the crew that the baton has been handed over to. Myself, these lovely people right here, they're fantastic. Their hearts are in the right place, folks, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. These campouts, for anyone who hasn't been to one or isn't sure about it or whatever, this isn't a young Yahoo party, do donuts on the grass type event, right? This is a charity event. So we're raising money for a charity, which I'll get into shortly. This isn't a Yahoo party, burn the place down kind of event, folks. So if you are tuned in and you're looking for a rave party or anything like that, sorry guys, unless you want to just come to an event normally, we're not it. This isn't what we're about, folks. We're here about helping out people, helping out charities with a great bunch of like-minded people. Hey, we're all going to have a few drinks. We're all going to have a bit of a boogie and all the rest, a bit of a party, but it's not a Yahoo thing, folks. Just as a heads up to everybody out there. It's not what we're really about. Okay, so our versions, right? I've got a little list here I've made, and I'm very proud of myself, so I better stick to it. Right, so our version of the event. So obviously Bucks was very, very busy, and I know Buck and the gang were very busy the whole week, and I'm sure that they were exhausted by the end of it. It was a fantastic time, but running that sort of event at that size in a place, they've never been to, they don't live there, all the rest of it would have been an absolute epic task, and they nailed it, but I'm sure they were buggered by the end of it. So we're going to go 3 or 4 days, about the same as Bucks, right? So if you went to the Harvey Bay one, it's going to be a similar sort of time frame for the length of the event. There'll be a cook-up on one of the nights. We're talking a massive cook-up, community cook-up, I suppose you'd call it, in a massive fire pit that's at the campground. We'll get into the campground shortly. We're going to have trivia. A couple of us, diddly donks, will get up and do some trivia, see how much you know about us. We might even do a trivia on the local area or something. I don't know. We're still working those details out. We're going to have a raffle. Now, the raffle, we need prizes. When you have a raffle, you need prizes to give away. So if you're part of a company, an organization, or you know of a company, an organization who thinks, I wouldn't mind getting involved in this, donating some little prizes. Doesn't have to be anything amazing, folks, but donating some prizes in. I'm going to throw in a couple of prizes myself. I'll have merch and all the rest of it, as well as I'm going to throw in some little bits of camping gear just from the Wanderer Oz YouTube channel to give away as well. So I remember we're all raising money for a charity here, which I'll get into shortly. No one's making any money out of this. This isn't a profit type event, right? So all money goes to donations into the charities. We're going to have some entertainment, and I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. It could be a DJ, it could be a band, it could be a duo. We're not sure yet. We're trying to find people from the local area with a bit of talent to get up and have a sing. And who knows? After a couple of these mountain goats, you might get the old wanderer up for a bit of a karaoke session. But yeah, we'll see. There's going to be heaps of free time as well, folks. So in the evenings, from like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to do activities and little events and stuff like that. But during the mornings and the days, it's pretty much free time. So you can go out and explore the area. There is so much to see where we're going to camp, guys. And again, I'll get into it very, very shortly. So much to see out there, so much to do. You'll fill your days easily, and you'll probably struggle to get back in time for the trivia and the raffles and and all the rest of it. There's so much to do out there. And a whole stack of more stuff, folks. So the campground itself doesn't even need an event like this to run to be absolutely amazing. And the fact that hopefully we're all going to be there with all of you, having a great time, raising money for charities is absolutely what it's all about. And I just saw a comment there from Anthony Wicks, the ladies on the wine. Now, I'm going to have a chat to Annie and Robin about this. And yes, I do want to cater for the ladies as well who are going to be at this event, the wives, the sisters, the whatever. We want to. That was one of the funniest moments of the camp last year at Harvey Bay. That was, my goodness, that was hilarious. Anyway, what else have I got on the chat here just before I move on? It'll be hot enough for the blanket. Will not be hot enough for the blanket, Landy Smurf. No, you won't need the blanket. Well, you'll need blankets. You won't need a hot blanket, put it that way. Heaps of live streams now that everyone has Starlink. Oh, yeah, so I'll leave that for the location. It's definitely a rough show. Do our best to get there, Rob. Depends on dates. Yeah, Buck, dates coming very, very shortly. By the end of this stream, you'll have dates. It'd be great if you could make it, mate. Yourself, Roz, and Rafa, that'd be unreal. Obviously, Gidgee as well. We'd love to see Gidgee there, and Dreaded Chef, where we are working, hopefully with Dreaded Chef in the coming days to try and organise something there. But that's yet to come. I don't want to peek too soon on that. What else we got going on there? Apologies, Rob. Just got back from the grandkids, giving a few bundles I gave the old strip shows. Hang on, how do I delete that comment? G'day, Graham. Nice to see you here, mate. Glad you could make it. We've only just really started. We're about to get into the crux of the actual info that we need to get through. I hope Bob Askler will be there. Me too, Phil. I don't have Bob's contact details. I don't know who does. If anyone does, Steve, you might have perhaps, or Rob from Australian Camping Full Drives. Send Bob a text. I have no way of contacting him, but I'd love for him and the missus to be there. Us ladies know how to party the Oliver family, mate. I tell you. The noise that came out of that little tent over that wine was just horrendous. It was scary. It was absolutely scary is what it was. Right. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the serious part of it, I guess. Now, the reason we're holding the event is to raise money, folks. So we're all about raising money for small charities and the little guys in town. Now, this one is slightly different. We're going to raise money for 2 charities. So there's going to be 2 charities. And it's going to be a 50-50 split. So there's not going to be any sort of argument over how much one charity gets over the other, all that sort of stuff. Whatever we make, big or small, whether it's $1 or $1,000 or $10,000, whatever it is, right? 50-50 down the line. We'll provide proof, evidence, all the rest of it that it's been a 50-50 split. No other charities and stuff. We've all signed off on it. The organising committee here. Hello, organising committee. We've all signed off on it. 50-50 split. We've approached both parties and they've both agreed, and they're super excited about the event, almost as much as I am and the others. So the 2 charities are, the first one is called Southern Downs Arc. Now, I'll put a link after I talk about it. So Southern Downs Arc was actually found by Robin because we went on a hunt in the local area. So it's in the Southern Downs is where we're going. Went on a hunt in the local area for a small charity, wildlife rescue, animal welfare type place in the Southern Downs. We kind of struggled a little bit to find, a small group. So you've got your RSPCAs and you've got all them all there, of course, out near Warwick and all that sort of stuff. But we struggled to find someone like really, really small, just trying to make a go of it, trying to help out some animals, the right cause, the right kind of people to fit in with our community here. And I think Robin's actually absolutely nailed it. So I got in touch with Southern Downs Arc, is what they're called. Lady there by the name of Kate. She did say she's going to tune in. I don't know if I've seen her on there yet, but hello, Kate, if you're there. Thank you so much for agreeing to be involved. So Southern Downs Arc, I'm going to read the notes here, folks. I have written notes because I just want everyone to know what's going on and be as transparent as possible, guys, because it is really important. And I feel, connected to the cause as well. So I just want everyone to be on the same page. So bear with me a moment. I'll be as quick as I can. But what they do is they look after cats, dogs, and mainly sort of domestic animals. They've even had pet rats that have come in. Basically, if they're abandoned or they've had indiscriminate breeding, or if they've gone to the pound for whatever reason, they've been found on the side of the road, whatever, and they're sort of on death row, what they call death row at the pound, Southern Downs Arc will rescue them out of that situation, whatever it might be, and put them into homes. Now, when I say homes, Southern Downs Arc don't have a physical premise, right? So they don't have a building. So it's literally people who volunteer their time and their house and everything else that comes with owning a dog or a cat or whatever kind of animal in your home. So some of you will probably know that better than others, depending on the type of animal you have, what that actually takes. And they basically take them in, try and recuperate them, all the rest of it, and try and adopt them out to new owners, right? They're forever home, so to speak. So they're based in Warwick. They've been around since 2014. They don't discriminate. And I'm just going to read some notes here, folks. They don't discriminate. They take in both healthy, sick, dying, young, old, broken, traumatized, which is huge, and unloved animals, right? And they do their very best to rehabilitate them and give them a second chance at life. That is essentially their motto, I suppose you'd call it. And I spent a good probably hour and a half on the phone to Kate the other night, talking to her, explaining what we do and wanting to find out about what they do and what she does. And I was absolutely blown away. The work that they do is absolutely fantastic. Now, they're a no-kill organization. So what that means, once an animal is in their care, it stays with them until it is either rehomed or it dies of natural causes, right? So there's no sort of put down policy, I suppose, at Southern Downs Arc, which is fantastic. I mean, I'm sure there's circumstances. I'm not going to get into all of that, but it's great that their first priority is to save absolutely everything, which is just fantastic. It's entirely run. So who are they? So it's entirely run by volunteers, folks. They freely give up their time and personal resources. Like I said, their houses, their everything, basically everything that goes into owning a pet, which I suppose you volunteer to do anyway when you own your own pet. But having a pet come in or an animal come in that you haven't exactly asked for and it's been rescued by someone, and taking them on with no hesitation is absolutely next level. A massive part of this, guys, and one of the things I was really astounded by with Southern Downs Arc, I'm going to slow down here. There is zero paid staff. Not one of them gets paid, right? So there's no wage structure. There's nothing. It is literally off the backs of these people out there in the Southern Downs, Warwick region, Stanthorpe, all the way out that way. Totally off their backs. So no one gets paid, right? Which is absolutely phenomenal. Some of these animals that come in, I'm sure, are in horrendous conditions, guys. So, and they're not getting paid; they're doing it for the love, essentially, right? And there's no physical shelter, so everything happens in their own homes. Now, obviously, I've done a little bit of research on them, more so than this, just to make sure everything is above board. Now, they are a registered not-for-profit Australian charity, right? And they are a part of the Not-for-Profit Commission. And they also have an ATO endorsement, which means all your donations to them are essentially tax refundable if it's a gift receipt and all that sort of stuff. For those of you who donate to charities regularly, it is all above board. These folks are, as Dean says right there, it's just caught my eye. They sound like legends, and absolutely, I've been blown away. They've got a website. I'm going to link it here. Don't run away from my YouTube stream because there's more info to come. But this is them here. I'm just going to quickly put it in the chat. Sorry, folks, for being a little rude here. Is this going to work? Come on, work. There we go. So after the chat or whatever, or if you've got a couple of windows open and all that sort of stuff, Check them out. There's a couple of case stories in there as well. Absolutely fantastic. The people there are fantastic. They're on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Hit them up, give them a like. This is 50% of where